Hi, I'm Sophia. I'm chronically ill, and I'm never gonna get better. Hello. If you read my article about how to stay calm and how to do a little self care before or during doctor's appointments, then you might be interested in hearing what I have to say now. Here's a more fun take on my tips for how to stay calm and confident during, before, and after a doctor's appointment. Okay, number one, bring an advocate. I am 20 years old, 20 years old and a half, and I still bring my mom to my doctor's appointments. And that's not because I'm incapable of speaking up for myself. It is because I get scared, just like anyone else might in a medical setting. And my mother knows what I want, and I tell her kind of my goals before we walk into the appointment. And if I feel like I can't speak up for myself any longer, I'll kind of just look at her, give a little help look, and then she kind of steps in and starts speaking up for me. So make sure that you bring an advocate if you're able. It can be a friend, it can be a family member, mother, grandma, father, sibling, just someone who knows you and who knows what you want. Okay, this is important, and as someone who gets distracted pretty easily, someone who gets anxious pretty easily, I can lose track of my train of thought or what I want to talk about to my doctor, because you walk in and it's super overwhelming. There's nurses, there's doctors, you might have gotten a blood test beforehand, anything like that. So it's easy to lose track of what your end goal is at the appointment. I am very careful to take notes beforehand, and that can just be jotting down something on my iPhone before I walk in on the way to the doctor's office. Can be me 2 nights before writing out a bunch of stuff. As long as I have my end goals written down somewhere, then I can get back on my train of thought and remind myself why I'm here, what questions I have, what I want to have addressed, all that good stuff. Just whip out your phone. Keeps you calm too. It makes you feel like you're more in control of the situation if you have a written agenda down, I guess. Okay, this is something that actually helps me a lot. Dress in a way that makes you feel confident. And that might seem like a little thing, something that's not a big deal, but it's actually helped me out a lot. I sometimes walk in a beanie, hoodie, sweatpants, cozy socks, tennis shoes, and other times it's gonna look more like this. Have I worn sunglasses into a doctor's appointment before? Yes, I have, and it's helped my confidence. So, whatever makes you feel most confident in that moment, wear it. Wear a full glam face. Put on crazy eyeshadow. Should that impact the way your doctor treats you? No. If it makes you feel more confident walking in with high-heeled boots, and red eyeshadow, then do it, because you're going to be able to speak up for yourself and feel more assertive. So I guess dress in a way that makes you feel extra confident. And I'm feeling this today. Last of all, listen to music. Listen to music. I have a bunch of playlists for either pre-doctor appointments, pre-op appointments, pre-ops, pre-operation, pre-surgery. I have a pre-surgery playlist, and boosts my confidence and makes me feel like a badass. If you're scared on the inside, you're gonna feel shaky and you're gonna feel out of control of a situation. So pick music that makes you feel confident. You know, whatever appeals to you. For me, I like listening to Rihanna before I walk into a doctor appointment. Who else? Rihanna. Yeah, Rihanna. Seriously though, whatever your music style is, pick something that makes you feel like a badass, because you are. You are a powerful woman and you deserve to be treated as such. So walk in, dress in whichever way makes you feel most confident, listen to whatever music you can that makes you feel more confident, bring someone that makes you feel more comfortable with yourself, make notes beforehand so that you have an agenda, and then just walk in.
Desperado, sitting in a old Monte Carlo. A man whose heart is hollow. Take it easy. I'm not trying to go against you. Actually, I'm going with you. Gotta get up out of here and you and leave me behind. I know you won't, cause we share common interest. You need me, there ain't no leaving me behind. Never know, no. Just want out of here, yeah. 'Cause I'm going in or going back. If you want, we could be either run away, running from any side of love. Yeah, yeah. There ain't nothing. There ain't
No hair flip, so